back, relax, and maybe get yourself a snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hi guys! So I am here today to review a non-fiction book that I recently read, and that is Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, which is by Caitlin Doherty. This book is one that I was very kindly gifted from Elena for Christmas, and so it's about time that I got around to reading it, and I have definitely been eagerly anticipating reading this because I've heard a lot of people really enjoyed this book. It follows life in a crematorium for Caitlin. It is a memoir of her time working there, discovering herself, discovering things about death that she never thought she would. And she is quite an interesting person because she has always had a fascination with death ever since she saw a young child die when she was very small, and it's kind of haunted her ever since. So because of that, she ended up working in the death industry. She went into a crematorium, learned all about the processes of cremation and grief and burial and various other stages that you don't really think about, like embalming and the collecting of bodies, such as from both hospitals and sort of commercial buildings and home residences. All of those things you don't really see on the outside, but she gets heavily immersed in it when working in part of the industry. I found this to be a really interesting read, but certainly something that was kind of gruesome. It's not a book for the faint-hearted. It definitely has many different points where I was kind of a bit, ooh, that is quite grim. But equally, it really has some great moments of sort of spirituality, thinking about the morbid nature of death and how we kind of as humanity have issues with accepting death and have issues with what death means to us in the current day. Obviously, when humanity was first born and different races and religions and people were all over the world, we had a lot more resonance with death. Death was more of a ceremony, death was more of an occasion, and death was symbolic because it linked largely into religion from all over the world. But nowadays, a lot of people are not religious, and so it's quite an interesting shift in what death means to culture and what death means to people of today. It's become an industry, it's become a way to make money, it's become a way to kind of hide the fact that we're going to die, hide our mortality, pretend that we are going to live forever. And it just was really interesting in terms of making you think, and I love that about non-fiction books. I think it's always great when you come away from a book with more ideas than you went into it with. I don't really think about death that often, but whilst reading this I was obviously forced to, because that is the main topic of the book, and I think it really helped me to kind of come up with my own ideas about what I felt in terms of what death is and what it should be and how hidden it is from all of us. I feel like we should have it as a more open topic to talk about, and something that we are more aware of, and where the bodies go and how they decompose and how long it takes, and all of that stuff is something that I found really fascinating in this book, and I do think that she came across really well as the narrator of her story, and the way that she wrote was very approachable, very easy non-fiction to get into, which is great. So I'd certainly recommend this. I do think it is a bit gruesome, like I say, but if you can get past that and you're not too squeamish, then definitely give this a try. I really enjoyed it, and I ended up giving it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, only because it was super short and I would have loved to explore some of the ideas further, but I'm sure she has done that in her real day-to-day life. I just don't follow her yet, so I'm going to go and look her up and see if she's got other things. But yeah, certainly a book that I really enjoyed. I believe she has a new one coming out either this year or next, but yeah, I'll certainly try and pick that one up as well, and I'm very grateful that you got it for me, Eleanor, so thank you for that. I really enjoyed it. I'd love to hear your thoughts if you read it, and let me know down below if you're planning to read it, or if you have other non-fiction recommendations that are in a similar vein, or that you just think I would like. Do let me know that down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys!
Thank you for watching my video today. Go pick up a book, then come back and chat with